This mysterious footage, captured by government personnel at the Afghan-Pakistan border in November 2020, shows a massive disk weaving effortlessly in and out of the cloud cover. The unidentified craft abruptly changes direction without any visible signs of propulsion, causing theories of alien life. The military's own internal enhancements further underline the object's unusual heat signature. The Department of Defense labeled the disk as an unidentified anomalous phenomena, and it looks markedly different to other tic-tac-shaped UFOs seen in other military footage.
The other day when they... Whoa!
Whoa! What? That's not good. Oh my God.
The other day when they... Whoa!
Whoa! What? That's not good. Oh my God.
Right. I'd like to start off with saying Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Kahalayim Lai Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash. No honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who well. And salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. It's Brother Hub coming to you with another quick lesson. I'm going to start off with Amos chapter 3. Amos 3 and verse 8. And it reads, the lion hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord Yahweh power hath spoken, who can but prophesy? All right. So the Lord is sending out these events and showing you what is and what is. It's like it's showing you what was and what is and how things are going, man. All right. You know, this is prophesied in the scriptures that these people plan to fight against the Lord, but as you can see, their technology doesn't match up. Watch SpaceX's Starship explode a giant fireball during latest testing. We'll play it on here.
And here we go.
We have liftoff. Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Probably not. Roger, Atlantic.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal.
Fighting downside FTE off.
Second, FTE off.
It's orange!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Explosive. And the material that it comes in contact with first, from what we can from what we can tell based on the color of the exhaust, is green, which is indicative of a copper lining inside of the Raptor. So that's what we mean by an engine-rich exhaust, that it is just running very oxygen-rich, albeit very briefly in that case, and the excess oxygen in the combustion chamber was reacting with the copper liner in the thrust chamber. So that is what we mean by engine-rich exhaust. Ideally, Raptor likes to run fuel-rich. Obviously, it has two different pre-burners, a fuel-rich pre-burner and an oxygen-rich pre-burner, but in the actual combustion chamber itself, like in most engines, likes to run fuel-rich. So when it's not running fuel-rich, either stoichiometric or ox-rich, that's when you get an, I guess, quote unquote, engine rich environment, and that is
That's
very
just funny.
dangerous to an engine's health, especially for
He
reuse.
saw throughout all those $50 words just to be confounded, or just for his technology to be proven to be insufficient, man. I'm using big words, but he'll he'll say all that and still be an idiot, man. All right. SpaceX's Starship has experienced another rapid unscheduled disassembly, exploding in a spectacularly large fireball on Wednesday night. The vehicle didn't even get off the ground this time either, and that's funny.
Yeah, there's not a lot that can withstand insanely hot, insanely high pressure
So
oxygen.
it's
Like that's just
Max.
Correct. Yeah, and as we can see based on Jack's camera here, it looks like the LOX tank is nearing
Slick was doing all that
completion
talking. This is the guy
in
who
terms
say,
of it being
"Whoa!"
filled all the way. So,
All
and
that
the methane
talking is
tank
him
obviously.
doing.
we will get, but we might not even get a burn. Maybe they do a spin prime and then start detanking, and we're all like, "Oh, womp womp." I don't think that's going to happen, but
It's
that's
that
just the
deep
nature
prompting.
of this testing, right? Like SpaceX doesn't tell us what they're doing. They don't put out an announcement like, "On this time at this day, we're going to do a 6 inch." Like we just don't know. But I really do hope that it's 6 engines for a nice long duration. It's not every day they do a static fire test at night, especially not a long duration one. So hopefully, if that's what happens, we end up getting some super cool views of like flames shooting out of the flame trench. That'd be sick.
Wait a minute. Haven't all of the long duration ones been at night?
That's what it sure
What?
seems like.
Uh,
Well, we say all of them. There's been, I think, only 2 or 3 of them.
I
I
know for a
definitely
fact
shot 35 during the day for its long duration burn.
that I
Well,
think
for
was during the
its
second
last
one.
one, I should say.
I was gonna say the one that was 30 second. That one was definitely at night. The one for the previous ship, that one was absolutely at night because I remember editing the shorts after that one. It was so dark. So yeah, 2 of the 3 have been at night now. Potentially 3 of the 4. So thank you, SpaceX. And we were talking about this earlier. Isn't there a rule that of when they do these static fires, Max?
I feel like that is more of a question for Jack. I'm not. I can't really say. I have all the information off the top of my head.
Yeah, in the most recent regulatory paperwork, the one that we were talking about earlier that stipulates the amount of time that they can do static fires at the various paths and whatnot, I believe that same documentation does not list any nighttime static fire duration. So presumably it'll be like McGregor, where SpaceX tests all their engines. They're not supposed to test at night. Sometimes they still do. Just what? This is not good. This is so not good.
And it's worth noting the fire there still burning. This is still a very active situation there
Here he
after that
come with
explosion. Not just,
the
as you
jetpack.
pointed out, the destruction of the ship, but based off of the sound.
How does weather play into it?
Like, would they static fire while it's raining?
Yeah, probably. I mean, even the
Have
other day
they?
when they, whoa,
Whoa!
What?
That's not good.
No!
No, it's not good. It's not good concerning Esau Edom.
Oh,
He said, "Oh my God." So, SpaceX's Starship has experienced another rapid unscheduled disassembly, exploding in a spectacularly large fireball on Wednesday night. The vehicle didn't even get off the ground this time either. Whoever wrote this article is funny as hell. The enormous explosion occurred at SpaceX's Starbase launch site in Brownsville, Texas, where Starship 36 had been undergoing its second routine static fire test. Such tests are trial runs of a vehicle's launch system, fueling it up and briefly firing its engines without disengaging the launch mount. Well, hey, if I can get it real quick. This is Surratt 43. And it's like Sirach 42 and 21. It says, he has garnished the excellent works of his wisdom. It's talking about Yahweh Shmi Shai, the Most High. And he is from everlasting to everlasting. Unto him may nothing be added, neither can he be diminished. And he hath no need of any counselor. So that's the man that Esau is dealing with. The power, the God that Esau is dealing with, he can't match this, man. All right, the Lord doesn't need to do trial runs. All right, this life is his trial run for the kingdom. That's about it. You know, and it was already set up. The Lord's not doing. That's the only proof and testing that the Lord is doing is us living his life on this side, man. All right, he doesn't need to do trial runs when it comes to his knowledge and his wisdom. All right, it's already perfected. Oh, how desirable are his works, and that a man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain forever for all uses, and they are all obedient. Right. You know, he doesn't have power over the flame to stop his rockets from combusting. All things are double one against another, and he has made nothing imperfect. All right. And one thing established the good of another, and who shall be filled with beholding his glory. All right, and that's what it goes into the 43rd chapter, because it talks about who shall be filled with knowing his glory. Sirach 43 and 33. For the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai hath made all things, and to the godly hath he given wisdom. So men who have his understanding is who he's giving his glory to. All right. And it starts with the understanding of the knowledge, and then it's going to become physical. But the glory is knowing Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, is knowing that he did all these things, and then that you can't match him. All right? You can't match the power of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, man. This is Isaiah 31 and 3. It says, now the Egyptians, you know, the modern day Egyptian, we know it's Esau, Edom, because this is Egypt, the place of bondage and slavery. Now the Egyptians are men and not the power, not the Most High Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. And their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. For thus hath the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as a lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. You know, that's why I opened it up with that scripture. All right. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahweh of hosts come down to the fight for Mount Zion, for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem, and defending also he will deliver it, and passing over in passing over he will preserve it. All right. So he will also deliver Jerusalem via those chariots, man, the so-called UFOs. That's what our power is coming back in. Technology that is unmatched, that can maneuver. It doesn't have to fly a certain way depending on the weather, man. It doesn't have to worry about turbulence, man. All right. This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt at the midst of it. Right, man. And that's where you get, they were afraid, and yet there's fight, man, because their tech can't match what Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai has. As a matter of fact, those chariots can expand, they can shrink, they can change position, they can fly to the speed of light. They can do anything. They can fly on top of a aircraft. You know, things that Esau would marvel at. They're not bound by this physical realm, man. They're not bound by the same they're not bound by physics, Slakia. They're not bound by the same physics as Esau's technology, man. So he doesn't stand a chance. So all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakodah. Shalom.